When you want only the best for your pet, check out AbbybellPetDesigns.com. We offer quality products such as floppy beds, crate pads, round pet beds, pillow slip covers, belly bands, and more. All products come in a variety of colors and sizes, guaranteed to satisfy your pet's particular style. Your pet deserves to be pampered, so shop at AbbybellPetDesigns.com. If you don't see the item you want listed in our shop, just drop us a line and we'll be glad to make the product of your pet's dreams.
Good morning, everyone.
AbbybellPetDesigns.com.
How are you? Good to see you. Hey, Robin, good morning. Big Al, Junior, Patrick, Chazzy. How's everybody? Wayne, good to see you. I know you're first. I tell you, Kim, Robin, JVA, Noel, Brent. I'm just making up names now. Teresa, good morning. Lynn, good to see you. Thanks for inviting your followers. Glad to see everybody. Good morning. Great show last night. Thank you, Chazzy. Good morning, good morning. Aw, thank you for the super hearts, Robin. That's so sweet. Sweet. In case you weren't here yesterday, I made a big announcement that my show on Monday night, Stanford Truth Radio, Hey Marlene, with Susan Knowles, is going to be on mojo50.com every Monday night at 9 o'clock Eastern. So I hope you catch the show there. And also for them, I am doing a 90-second spot that is heard every day throughout the day, and it's called Reality Check with Susan Knowles, and it's a point that I talk about for 90 seconds. Hello, Pamela, and that's mojo50.com, and I don't know if they have an app, but they're on iTunes and iHeart and all the other stuff, so hopefully you find them. Now, let me read to you quickly. I didn't know you had all of those shows. I do, Teresa, I do. I do a lot of stuff. Hey, thank you, Kim. Kim says congratulations. Thank you, thank you. Is it 50 or 5? It just put 50. Don't put a dot in there. It's really 5.0, but when you're looking it up, it's mojo50.com. There's no dot in between the 5 and the 0. Hey, Carmen, good morning. Let me read you really quickly Proverbs. Proverbs 6:12 through 19, I believe. A worthless person, a wicked man, walks with a perverse mouth. He winks with his eyes. He shuffles his feet. He points with his fingers. Perversity is in his heart. He devises evil continually. He sows discord. Therefore his calamity shall come suddenly. Suddenly he shall be broken without remedy. Amen. That was through... Actually, I stopped at 15, so... so anyway... Oh, no, we're not going to F Trump uptown. You can just go downtown as far as I care. Don't come in here with that crap. That's a no bueno, Jason. So Jason's blocked. Anyway, hey, Danielle, how are you? All right. So, full house today. Yep, full house. Everybody in the house. Okay. So we have a lot to talk about. Good morning, Dixie Doodles. Good to see you. There was a breaking news this morning that Sandra Day O'Connor, you might remember she was the first woman as Supreme Court Justice. She's just announced that she has dementia and it may be Alzheimer's. So that's very sad news. Seems like a lot of people who are extremely smart, like Reagan, who got Alzheimer's, and now Sandra Day O'Connor. I wish they knew how to stop that. Yeah, I know. It's kind of horrible. It's not. It's more than kind of horrible. It's very horrible. So anyway, also, I wanted to mention too. Today is God's Views on Political News at 1 o'clock Eastern. You just have to go to God's Views on Political News page on Facebook, and you can catch us there. You can ask questions during the live show, and you can make comments. And that's with my co-host Bill Cloud. Hey, Lisa. Bill could be coming to us from a car somewhere today. I know he is, I was going to say he's on tour, but is she still on the court? Oh, no. Kim, she's been off for a long, long time. So Bill might be coming to you from the car. Hey, Dawn, but it'll be a great show. Bill's a great co-host, so we hope to cover a lot of topics today. Let's see. Bet Amy Barrett is the next nominee. Should be, Laura. Should very well be. And especially because she's a woman. There'll be a less ability to accuse her of 5,000 different things, although I'm sure they will try. You notice that after the news came out, hey, NCAA, hopefully God will bless Sandra, absolutely. Since the news came out about Cory Booker, have you heard a single solitary thing about it in the media? Hey, Nicola, it's your first day. Welcome to Periscope. Why? Because she is a woman? That's right, Kim. That's the only reason. Hey, Monica. Hey, Amanda. That's the only reason that they would give her a lesser time, hard time of because she's a woman and it's harder to pin sexual assault on her. Is she the best candidate? I don't know. I think she's more of a junior candidate. But hey, Tom, after what happened with Kavanaugh, I doubt they would want to go right back in and do that all over again. No, but Keith Ellison is trailing by was that 70 or 7? By 7 points. Of course, you're not going to hear anything about crazy Booker fake news. Yeah, you totally read my mind. I was going to ask you about Booker. What about Sandra Day O'Connor? It's Sandra Day O'Connor. She has dementia and maybe Alzheimer's. They say she is not the best junior. Yeah, she probably isn't the best. That doesn't mean strategically that they won't go after her, because of the fact that they had such a horrible, horrible experience with Kavanaugh. And if you want to put somebody in there easier, then the Republicans might decide that maybe it should be a woman. I don't believe in putting in people for gender or race. I believe in putting in the qualified people. But I think that could very well be their strategy, because they don't want a round 2 of the same fiasco that they have with Kavanaugh. And of course, like I said, Cory Booker. Not a single solitary word. That just that went over everybody's head. So I don't know if the anonymous gay man is going to come back out and try to do something or not against Cory Booker, or if it's just going to go away. But Keith Ellison, yeah, Amy's Christian faith will be on trial, just like it was, Danielle, when she was trying to get into the appellate court. It was Dianne Feinstein, as you recall, who kept asking her about her Christianity and her being a Catholic. Paint the country red? Absolutely, Mike. Let's see how the midterms play out. Yeah, well, hopefully it will be a red wave. I read where he hired a lawyer. He being Cory Booker? Ooh, maybe so. Yeah, been, one word, confused, bots. Yeah, Amy has been on SCOTUS list a long time. Yeah, she has. She has. I just don't think she's been a judge as long as some other ones. No, haven't heard anything about Booker anywhere else, Robin said. Oh, the gay guy. Yeah, the gay guy already had an attorney. What was the Harmeet Dylan, I think, or Dylan Harmeet? I don't know which way it goes. Oh, no, not an evil Christian. God forbid. I know, Joe. That was what Dianne Feinstein was before. There's an ethics complaint with the Senate Ethics Board. Call GOP Senate and tell them to follow through. Who's the ethics complaint on? Is that on Booker, are you saying? The first nominee was appointed and confirmed without much trouble. Gorsuch. Yep. That's right, NCAA. For Booker. Oh, good. Okay. Terrific. Call your senators and tell them you want that to go through on Cory Booker, that he should be looked at just like everybody else. And using their own rules, then he should be examined at least 8 times by the FBI. So, as far as the caravan news, no, the caravan and the hurricane are in 2 separate places. New Mexico is beginning to turn purple versus a deep blue. Yay, Patrick. Good morning, Kim. The caravan I've been reading says that it has swelled to 14,000. 14,000 people. And I heard yesterday that there were Bangladeshi people who were trying to get in amongst the crowd so they wouldn't be seen. Now, the president has vowed to put everybody in the military on, whatever it takes to keep them out of the country. So he's going to have to, it looks like, because Mexico is not stopping them. They're just coming on through Mexico. So how are they going to stop that caravan? Molly said. Molly, I guess they'll have to do it every way they can without using deadly force, hopefully. They could use rubber bullets. They could use tear gas. They could use water. I'm afraid if Trump put military at the border, he can't shoot them. Well, Tom, I don't think there's any reason to shoot anybody unless they're trying to kill you or trying to hurt you with somewhat of a deadly force. Yes, Trump looks serious and mad. Yeah, Pat, I think this time I really think he is. He does mean what he says in regards to putting the military down there. I mean, before he's talked about the National Guard, and he meant what he said then, and he put the National Guard down there. But I think it's more serious than that. And they're going to have somebody down there who will obey orders. Somebody down there who will, unlike the police, where the person in charge of them may be a Democrat saying, okay, stand down. Wondering if patriots will show up at the border. Tom, the patriots are already there. You just don't hear about them, and they're not talked about so much. But there are people down there right now. So, yeah, I feel that they'll be there. And veterans for the military will be there. I mean, they're, like I said, they're there now. They guard the border all the time. They inform the Border Patrol of what's going on. So they have a lot of people down at the border all the time. You know why? What I wonder why they didn't make a movie about O'Connor instead of Ginsburg. You know, I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, O'Connor basically, that was all Roe versus Wade. Maybe because she was a dissenter and they didn't like that. I'm extremely worried about the border. Pamela, as you should be. They're going to Tijuana, according to Fox News. Great. That is the best place for them to go, the worst place for America for them to go. Because California will just let them on in. Not enough facilities to hold 14,000. Laura, there's not enough facilities to hold anybody. I mean, really, there just aren't. There are just so many people, and with that Flores agreement, having to let them go in 20 days and all that, they're out here and now. Susan, I need prayer. Please, friends, pray that I can find a house for myself and my adult children. Pamela is asking for prayers that she could find a house for herself and her adult children. God, we ask that you help Pamela, that you direct her, that you allow somebody to open up their house, open up their arms to Pamela and her children, God, and then we ask that you give them peace in the process and trusting in you. In Jesus' name, amen. Yeah, and they do know that, Marlene. Are they headed to Texas or California? I'm confused. NCAA, someone just said they're headed towards Tijuana, which would be California. They both work. We are moving to Washington from Arizona. Wow, okay. Good, I thought they were coming to Texas. I wish they were coming to Texas, NCAA, because Texas and Arizona would do something about it. California, and listen, again, if they come through the California border, they're not going to stay in California. Some of them will, but they're going to head your way. They're going to head to Arizona. They're going to head to Texas because they have a lot of people there in those places. Robert said, amen, prayers for her and her family. Dawn said, amen, because it's left Hollywood and Ginsburg is left. There you go, Dawn. That's why they did Ginsburg instead of O'Connor. This is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. It is really unbelievable. And again, this is an invasion. I mean, I don't care, what bleeding hearts out there on the left like to make it look like these people, these are just poor people coming in. There are some just poor people coming in, but there are others who are obviously nefarious and we don't even know. And Pat's saying it's way more than 14,000. 14,000 was a number I heard this morning. It wouldn't surprise me. Again, they're flocking from all over. They're an invasion. They're carrying their own flag. They're singing their national anthem. We need General Mattis. Libs love him. Yep. Hey, Amber, good to see you. Total invasion. It is, Amanda. It really is. And all of these people on the left who are like, oh, let these poor people in. They just want to, and calling all of us, oh, you're bad Christians. You call yourself a Christian when you won't let them in. And the left likes to do that. They like to use things against Christians. They think that they can throw it back in your face and it's going to change your mind. We need to do a national census and figure out who's supposed to be here and ship them out. Simple solution, close the border, Bob said. Yep. Trump has said he's sending the U.S. military. They can handle this mob. If Trump sends the military, can California stop that? They shouldn't be able to, Robin. That doesn't mean they won't try. Fox is finally down there interviewing. Monica said, I live in McKellen, no more, please. Wow. Could this be Russian back through Nicaragua, which is Russian back? It could be anything. It could be anything. Yeah, boo-hoo, those people are burning our flag. I know, Noel. I'm a Christian and I love our law of the land. Get them out. Absolutely, Mike. The thing of it is, we as Christians and as the United States and the Judeo-Christian values that we have, we are a very charitable nation. We always have been. That doesn't mean we have to allow people to infiltrate our country, come in and take over our country. I mean, that's just absolutely crazy. Those are the same people who will be the first to cry when they lose their jobs, those coming in. Yep, we can still pray for them. Absolutely. Pray for them. I pray. Christ told us to follow the law of the land. Exactly, Pat. And I pray for that caravan. I pray that God will turn that caravan around and then it will never reach the United States. About 1 billion people want to come here. Laura, and there's no other country that would allow the infiltration of people like this to come in. No other country. With 14,000 people plus coming their way, the country would turn them around. They would close the borders. And I would say that some of those countries would even actually shoot the people to kill them, unfortunately. Pence said this morning Venezuela is backing the caravan. Wow. Another attempt to sow seeds of chaos and election tampering by Russia. Lagging bad. I don't think it's lagging for anybody else. Maybe might go out and come back in. Yeah. They found explosives that were mailed to George Soros' house. Basically I guess the person who opened the mail. Thank God they didn't get blown to smithereens. Why is Mexico letting them go through? Amanda, because when they come over here to the United States, guess who benefits from that? Who gets money and sends it back to Mexico and other countries? Try doing this in Saudi Arabia, you'd be dead on the spot. Oh, absolutely, Mike. Absolutely. There wouldn't be any if and buts or maybes. It would be over. There'd be no discussion. And that's why you don't see people trying to get into Saudi Arabia. I mean, they know that the United States are not, they're not going to, the United States isn't going to kill them. Or they think that at least they won't. But I'll tell you, if some of those people start trying to come across that border, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. If you're protecting the United States of America, and President Trump at the rally has made it clear. He said this is an invasion. He's not looking at this as, oh, these are just people who want to come here. He's actually called it an invasion. Thank God we have a man in office to have the backbone to take care of this issue. Can't think of another that could handle it any better, Dawn said. I know. Thankfully, they found the explosive. That's insane. Yeah, and the person, I guess, took the explosives out into the field until the police could get there. $25 billion a year wired back to home countries. I think the Patriots will open fire. Tom, I don't think they will. If they do, they're going to go to jail. I mean, I would not be down there. I'd let the military handle it. They used a huge truck to smash through part of the Mexican fence. Yeah, Monica, I'm not surprised. And they'll try to do whatever. It will turn into an utter chaos and a riot down there. I am sure of it. And there may be a point where they have to use deadly force. I don't know. I don't know what they've been told. Hey, Cully, I don't know what the orders have been. I just know that they have to, act appropriately according to the law. And whatever that is, at the moment, that'll be what it is. I will go down there and go live. Yeah, okay, Lynn. They're riding flatbeds in March for cameras, need electric fences. True. Again, if you've gone to the VOP, the real VOP, and if you looked at any of those films that they've put out, there's fences that go to a certain point and they stop, and then there's a little tiny thing that's made out of, a little post and maybe a piece of wire that's maybe 2 feet high all the way down the road. And guess where the coyotes go to let people out and pick them up? If deadly force is needed, I support this. Must not be allowed. Yeah, Amanda, I want to protect my country. And so whatever means necessary to protect my country, that's what I want to do. Not a problem, Carmen. They should be warned before they come any further that we are prepared to use deadly force. And maybe they will be, Dixie. Yep, maybe they will be. Yeah, I mean, you cannot allow this to occur. I mean, This will be an everyday occurrence if these people get in. There's got to be some way that we turn them back and we say, no more, that's it. And don't allow these people to get on American soil. I mean, the moment they step over, that's it. I'm pretty sure we can stop them easily with our military. DIMS cause chaos? Yes. One of the biggest problems are there are no jobs. Those who hire them, no jobs, no problem. They will put the few hundred of women and kids up front. Yep, I despise they're putting children in harm's way. But they're putting children in harm's way just by coming and going across the border like that. You know, I tell you, they're going to have to do something. Coyotes here shoot across the border in one place to smuggle in another. Yeah. Those people are carrying drugs. They're sex traffickers. They're pedophiles. They're innocent people mixed in with the crowd. As I said, if deadly force is used, what do you think will happen in the midterms? Hey Monique, how are you? You know, I'm not sure. That's why they have to be so careful, Tom, about what they do. There's some people that would not like it at all, even Republicans. If we're going to protect our country, then we need to deport the Democrats. Junior said. Good point, Junior. Don't think it's going to happen, but good point. We will have to do it on Mexican soil, unfortunately. Jail those who employ them. And see, the sad thing, too, is that when they come here, these people are uneducated, low-skilled workers. They couldn't get a job here other than, you know, really, gosh, low-level jobs because they don't have the education, they don't have the skill. And that's all the more reason that they would be dependent upon the government. It'd be 14,000 plus more people in our country. Thanks for sharing, Alan. That are basically put on welfare, that are given benefits that you and I would be paying for. I'm tired of paying for that. I'm tired of paying for anybody that's coming over here like that. These are probably the dredges of their country. Monica said sad but very true. Dixie said that about the country. We need a DMZ to stop them before entry, Laura said. Hey, Jerry, how are you? Yeah, I mean, I think they are testing Trump. Oh, I think they're testing Trump. And see, these people, again, some of them, the innocent ones that are in the group, they're just looking for a better life. They really are. There are people in that group who are looking for a better life. But there are probably many more people in that group who are looking to do harm and bring drugs and be a part of MS-13 and the cartel and whatever. And we don't know who they are. We haven't even had an opportunity to vet them. Those are the people that were supposed to be vetted down there at Mexico at that border, having the UN help them. You know, the UN, they should have called the UN to help them. Not that they would have been any help, but they would have been more bodies standing there at the border. But sad fact is the people behind this don't care what happens to them. That's true, Pat. I hired a crew for garden and they didn't know the difference between a bag of mulch and topsoil. I know, Tom. We can't give millions a good life. No, we can't. Are the liberals in California going to step over their homeless to welcome the illegals? Oh, reblinks. See, the thing of it is, the people in California, we didn't ask for the homeless to be there on the sidewalk. We've asked for them to go. But they're not listening to us. These are Democrats. They're not listening. And here's the sad thing, too, about the homeless. When you see it on social media or whatever, you see the videos, there are places for these homeless people to go. In San Diego, downtown, where those people are on the sidewalk, there are shelters, nonprofit shelters, for them to go. And they don't want to go there. You know, a lot of these people, like NAACP said they should, NCAA, that was good. They should be helped. But there are places that want to help them, but they won't go there. They won't go live in the homeless shelters. You know, and a lot of people, I mean, some of them say it's not safe there, and they don't want to go live there. The homeless need jobs. NCAA, a lot of them need mental health, care, because a lot of them are mentally ill. Our homeless would rather live in the woods and party. Wrong. People say, I know, Wayne. Those that want them here, just take the hinges off your doors and let them in. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, again, all of these liberals who are talking about, oh, you just hate brown people, you people aren't Christians, da 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 da. When I ask them for their home address so I can send people there, funny, but they never give me their home addresses. If you want them here, then you will take care of them. And as I said yesterday, Yep, shelters have rules on no drinking. That's right, Cully. As I said yesterday, like 90-day fiance, if you bring those people over to marry them from whatever country, you have to sign saying that you will guarantee that you will take care of them for 10 years. Financially take care of them. So, I want a liberal to step forward and say they're going to financially support these people if they're unable to secure a job. Liberals always want someone else to help them. They do, Laura, always. The homeless problem in Colorado is terrible due to legal pot. They think they can be stoned all the time and work. And isn't that what the government really wanted, Dixie? They should be a call to arms. The very fabric of our country will be tested by this. Absolutely. Monique said many refugees and migrants are being trafficked by smugglers from Africa, Middle East, Somalia, Pakistan, Haiti, and Congo. Many paid and made it to Panama border through Ecuador with plans to go north to the U.S. within 2 years. We have a huge problem. And anybody who doesn't see that, the left, they're never going to see it. Set up DNV at the border, let them take a wait in line for background checks and U.S. Address before entry. Caravan Kavanaugh debacle and FBI DOJ collusion versus Trump only push more to vote red. What is the head count now of the caravan? I've heard 14,000, Monica. People said they've heard more. Entitled Clueless Dems, everybody buy more bullets, Wayne said. Yeah, it's a horrible, horrible situation where we just are supposed to allow people to do whatever they want to do. We're supposed to just be accepting of what anybody and everybody wants to do. We're supposed to say our laws don't matter, and we're supposed to look at the Constitution as under Obama, that is just some old rag that needs to be gotten rid of. Should be 20,000 by reaching the U.S. border. Yeah. There are 3 more caravans, JVA said. Yeah, they're all combining, coming together. So, that's what's happening. I'd love to see those people sitting in seats waiting at the DMV for the ID or DL driver's license. I think it's too late. Too many have already come, Marlene said. Yeah, pretty much, Marlene. There's a ton of people. There are more people coming in illegally now under President Trump than there were under Obama. We can't let them enter at all. No background checks. Send them back. Yeah. Push them back, I think, is what we're going to have to do. I think the military may have to remain there. They should just go ahead and set up a permanent camp at the border. I consider this an act of war. I do too, Lynn. I do too. Patriots, take note. Your country may need your service again, Patrick said. Stop the first caravan. The other 2 will get the message. Yep, Cully, I agree with that. Jerry said it is. Estimate 22 million here now. You know, Laura, there's more than 22 million here. Chesney said, I want the border closed. Wayne said, I agree. We should be dropping flyers warning them that the U.S. military is prepared and ready at the border. They could make a fortune by selling hunting stamps to put on licenses for illegals. Susan, did you see where PETA is saying white milk is privilege? Yeah, Kim, I talked about that yesterday and on my show last night, Stand for Truth Radio with Susan Knowles, which, by the way, is on Spreaker.com, and it's also on Mojo 50 every Monday at 9 o'clock Eastern. This is so funny. I just got a voicemail that came in, and there's a new scam that's out. The new voicemail is saying that it's like an IRS scam, but it's saying you're going to be arrested. People are coming for you. You've got to stop your illegal things that you're doing. Call us now. I don't know if you guys have gotten that, but it's hilarious. And it's some computerized voice that's saying it. And I feel sorry. I'm sure that there are some people who are going to be calling. IRS will never call. Exactly, Lisa. They don't even answer the phone when you call them. They're not going to be calling you. I read where there are people who actually think chocolate milk comes from a brown cow. That's sad. Round them up at the Chinese buffets, Marlene said. Elderly get scammed a lot. Yep, I get 1 a week, Wayne said. Big Al said, shoot, I paid them. I don't answer unknown numbers, Laura said. Yeah, a lot of people don't. Robin said she's had those calls too. They're hilarious. They're getting worse, though. They're getting more threatening. Stand for Truth Radio with Susan Knowles. Yep, thank you, Carmen. That's on Spreaker.com and Mojo 50. That's not true. Chocolate milk. No, but that white supremacy thing that PETA came out with is like, really, really, you did that, and it's like, okay, so what are we supposed to do? Feed them chocolate so they can make chocolate milk? I'm just kidding, but I'm just saying, how stupid is that? All right, so in other news, Kevin McCarthy, his office is in Bakersfield, California. Pink milk comes from pink cows. He had a boulder was thrown through his window at his office and broke out his windows. But they have a very good video. Hey, Lori, a very good video of two, looks like Caucasian teens, older teens, breaking out the window. My husband has figured out the scam ones and starts right in with pranking them. Yeah. Kevin McCarthy in California. Yeah, I a huge boulder. That's what they said, Lori. They called it a boulder. So, you're welcome, Pat. I stayed phone with IR scammers for 20. Yeah, you stayed on the phone. I do that sometimes. I will get on with scammers, when they're calling me. And before they even have a chance, they said boulder, not a rock. Yeah. I will say to them when they're talking to me, I say, oh, okay, well then you're probably right. Let me just guess. You're probably going to need my social security number and my bank account number, right? So let me go get that. And then I just leave them there holding on the phone. They're like, yes, ma'am, that's what we need. And I go, okay, well, let me find it. And then I act like I'm having a hard time finding it. There's an app now that harasses back unwanted callers. I like that, Jerry. I like to have fun with the scammers, Coley said. I mess with them too, Teresa said. CNN said rock. Okay. Would they know a rock from a boulder? It seems like everybody likes to mess with the scammers. Robin says she's had those calls and she loves the calls about problems with Windows computers. Tell me I have issues that only they can fix. We only have Apple products. Oh my gosh. We are at the halfway point. If you guys would please retweet, I'd love it. I have had them get mad at me. I know. They're mad because you figured out their scam or you're not moving fast enough. Oh, so DML showed the boulder picture. Yeah, they said boulder. Fox said boulder. Yeah, I don't, CNN, I don't even care what they say. They don't know the difference. I don't know if you saw this, but Jim Acosta was at some CNN function yesterday, and he was really slamming the president. He was slamming Sarah Sanders. He said the president was dishonest, deceptive. He mocked Press Secretary Sarah Sanders and said that he wouldn't put productive and Sarah Sanders in the same sentence. That when asked if it was more productive to hear from Trump or her, and he said that Sanders likes to perform for the president. Now, talk about some insult, right? What are you saying? That she's some monkey, some animal that performs? Or are you saying that she's a woman, so she would be more apt to perform because she's weaker? Is that what you're saying, Jim? I'd like to know. I saw that and totally trolled the CNN scope, Laura said. He said that, the Trump supporters and Trump are always calling CNN fake news. And he said that's just part of Trump's shtick. And the supporters don't realize it's part of his act. They think he's deadly serious, so they take up the cause and they come after us. Let me get a violin for you, Jim. They felt it was wrong for Trump to call them fake news because the U.S. is supposed to be a standard bearer for democratic values all over the world. Yeah, and shouldn't they be a standard barrier too? But this is a republic, Jim, just to correct you. Should they be a standard barrier in news as well for the rest of the country? So that it shouldn't be fake news, that you should be reporting the facts, not your feelings, Jim, and your opinion, Jim. Just asking. He said that Trump supporters have a negative view of the mainstream media because it spends a lot of its time fact-checking the president. And it drives people crazy because we're constantly pointing out those falsehoods of the president. It's lie after lie after lie. Thank you, Wayne. The air violin is something that I am really proficient in and can really do well. So thank you. Yeah, they are fake news. CNN sucks. Jim Acosta sucks. I don't even know why they let him in the White House. Yeah, liberal fact checking. Exactly. Don Lemon is even worse. Don Lemon is even worse. Don Lemon's got some problem. I don't know. When the Costa tweets people, put Dear Diary, yes. Yes, I did see that, Lori, with the Dear Diary. He told somebody to F you because of it. That was the guy who originally put it there. He sent him a DM and said F you, and then the guy shared it with the public, and Jim's like, oh, I thought we were friends. Jim, newsflash, you don't have any friends. Anyway, so, yeah, they're all awful. They are, my gosh. We really need to continue to support people. Cully, I'm not even going to read that. To support people who are independent and doing the news. Like me, please. Do you remember Obama wishing Trump luck with the media and saying not to let them get the best of him? I do, and now I think of it, I'm certain he knew they would turn against Trump. Yeah, because he helped do that. Bloggers have better ratings than CNN. Wayne said he doesn't have any friends either. Oh, Wayne. You have friends in here. You have a friend in me. Da 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 da. Mark Dice's YouTube videos about CNN are hilarious. I'll have to see those, Pete. He's pretty hilarious. You all must have seen the video of all the MSM saying same phrases in the newscast. Yes. Jerry, they hand out a piece of paper to them in the morning and go, here's the memo for the day. Talk about this. So everybody talks about the same exact thing, uses the same exact words. It's horrible. When President Trump said Feinstein leaked, oh my gosh, I died. I know that was funny, Monica. That was funny. And he does like Ted Cruz now. So Ted has become his friend. Brian Settler sounds like Minnie Mouse. I thought they were the one and the same. I've never seen them, in the room at the same time. It's possible. They are the same. The fake news loved Obama. Yes, they did. They certainly did. They never asked him. I don't think there was one hard question for Obama. Beautiful Texas Ted. Don't you love that, NCAA? Ted, I noticed Ted last night too at the rally. Ted had a different demeanor. Ted before has been very stoic, and he still is for the most part, but he was very stoic, wouldn't raise his voice, whatever. Ted was like actually yelling. He was trying to get the crowd going. And I'll tell you something, passionate, whoop, whoop, I know, that there are a lot of Republicans, Ted was fired up, that a lot of Republicans that really need to show some more passion and get out there. He did well. He was spitting. Lisa said. Oh, God. I know. Go, Ted, go. Cornyn, when he came out there, Cornyn tried. He just didn't have it in him. But he tried to be enthusiastic. He tried. And, you give him an A for effort for trying. So... But, I mean, there's nobody like President Trump that can get out there and whip up a crowd. DeSantis needs coffee. He needs Geritol. Hopefully DeSantis will win California. Pete, if we don't have a red wave, if we lose the House or the Senate, we're toast. There's been early voting now that has been forecasted in a lot of these key states, and there have been Republicans that are going out there and early voting. But people are saying, that left is saying, yeah, but that doesn't mean anything because Democrats like to go and vote in person. Now, I don't know if that's true, but they're trying to make it like they did last time, like, you're just thinking you're seeing things, that it's not a sure thing. Just, I don't even care what it is, just get out and vote. Vote red, vote Republican, straight Republican. Boom, you're done. We have got to save the Republic. We have got to save it. This is, as they're saying, the most important midterm of our lives. I'm a Republican and I prefer to vote in person. I do too. I know a lot of Dems that voted early for Republicans. Patrick said, good, Patrick. The prophets are saying red tsunami, Danielle said. Pray for a red wave in California and across the nation. Oh, please, God. Please, God. Give us a Republican for governor, God, please. John Cox for Republican governor of California. Pray that every day, all day, please. And I'm hoping that more Republicans will get in. This country, this state, it's also has got to be turned around. Save the Republic or lose your rights. Absolutely. Kim, save your country. Vote Republican. Or you see that caravan coming in? That will be on a daily basis what you see. We had the biggest turnout, yep, in 2016. We need to hold Congress and Senate. I don't trust early or absentee voting, especially now. I don't trust it at all. I'm in California, Pete, unfortunately. I'm not originally from California, but I'm in California. Trying to hold everything down here. Trying to keep the Republicans, get the Republicans out, get them to vote. Make sure, especially if you're in California, when you're handed a ballot, make sure you are given the right ballot. You know, Navarro, Pete, he was so far behind Maxine Waters when he won. They take the top two. There was nobody even close to her. He was the next closest. I don't see him beating Maxine Waters unless a miracle happens. California caught throwing away absentee votes. Susan, God has you there for spiritual reasons. Chezzy, I'm thinking so. Every time we start to leave the state, and I'm not kidding, God throws something in the way. As I told you before, I wanted to go to Carolina Beach. I thought, okay, this is perfect. We can move to Carolina Beach. This will be great. And the moment we thought about that, the guy was forecasting about the hurricane as it was hitting Carolina Beach. I'm praying for miracles too, Monica. Absolute miracles. Amazing how she doesn't even live in her own district and wins. You know, Pete, I'll tell you, it's amazing and not amazing at the same time. Unfortunately, those people that live up there that she is over that district, they're mostly African American and Hispanic. Probably a lot of illegals in that district. And they're fooled by her. They've been fooled by her and her saying what she's going to do for how many years, 20-some years. I don't even know how long it's been. I may move to South Carolina if Gillum wins. Oh, caravan is just one more homeless for our streets. 16 people in a two-bedroom apartment. Sick of all of it. Is that legal, Chezzy? Does it have to be legal in California to be legal? I heard Deputy Woodard tell people last night on Facebook, don't vote straight ticket and don't listen to those who tell you to. Disappointed in him. People were asking him who in blue is pro-life. Wow. That is disappointing, Robin, because he's a Christian. Our district is in shambles, too. Yep, Pat, it's awful. Alyssa Milano hanging with the wrong crowd like Sarsour. Yes. Hey, Kelly. Yeah, but you know, Alyssa Milano, she doesn't have anything to do. She'll hang with anybody that she can be, relevant with. I saw that. Marlene said she saw that. That Deputy Woodard, I'm really surprised that he would say that. Does he want people to go out and vote Democrat? I guess he does, and that is disappointing. I know it broke my heart. He wouldn't respond to any questions. How do crooks get in office repeatedly? They get in office because, Jerry, we let them a lot of times move up through the ranks, or if they get in at the top, they know people. Oh, he was all in, Marlene said. I just spit my drink out. What did you spit your drink out on, Pat? Yeah, I think somebody ought to get a hold of Deputy Woodard and talk to him and say, hey, what's up? Milano got loomered the other day by Laura Loomer, who they escorted out. Hey, the Alyssa Milano comment. I want Alyssa Milano to come out and go marching on D.C. For this anonymous gay guy. I really do. Alyssa Milano was a witch on the TV shows. Yes, she was, Jesse. But I want her to go out there and marching and say, Cory Booker needs to resign right now. Because she was doing that in Kavanaugh. So what are you saying, Alyssa? Aren't you going to stand up for a gay man? Don't you like gay men, Melissa? Alyssa, what's your problem? Hey, how do you say that? Lara Galt? I don't know. From California. Thanks, Pete, for the super hearts. Hey, to a fellow patriot in California who just came. Linda. Thank you, Linda. Linda, you'll probably have to tell me your name again if you come back in the scopes. Or when you come back in the scope. Because I'll forget, honestly. Corey has Believe me, God. Yeah, exactly. So, Alyssa, if you're not going to stand up for the gay guy, then I'm going to take it that you're homophobic. And that's probably what, the rumor we need to spread. And so I expect to see you marching on Washington, D.C. for this gay man who claims that Cory Booker sexually assaulted him in the bathroom. And, Alyssa, let me tell you something. He claims to have corroborating evidence, and it happened only 4 years ago. So it's not like 36 years. It's not like no corroborating evidence. This should be all the more reason that you want to get out there and stand up for this gay man in Washington, D.C. And while you're at it, Alyssa, I know you're doing a lot of work with Linda Sarsour. Take Linda Sarsour, because I'm sure Linda's not homophobic at all, right? Wink, wink. Take her with you when you're out there standing up on your in your march for this gay man who claims that Cory Booker sexually assaulted him. So, come on, Alyssa, where are you? Where are you? Hey, Sandra, her career is low and she needs to be in the limelight some. Well, most of the stuff she says is off the wall. Notice how she does not like to be confronted with questions. She's a hot bag of air. That's true. That's true. Robin said Alyssa is a hypocrite. Yes. Shows what hypocrites they are. Absolutely, Kelly. Exactly. They just want it about women because they, even gay men now are targeted, right? Because it's not a woman. They just want to support women, not men, not gay men, just women. So, hey, how fair is that? Get out there, support the gay guy who says that Cory Booker sexually assaulted him. There was a guy who said he did cocaine and had relations with Obama in a limo. Believe me, too. Exactly, Jerry. The Democrats would have us believe you don't need the evidence. All you need is somebody to say it. Thank you, Linda, for the super hearts. Hi, Robin. I used my old PC today, Monique said. Yeah, so, okay. Now... We've stayed a long time on these subjects. In other news, Harley Davidson, even old-fashioned feminists are getting fed up. Yes, Camille Paglia, Kelly. I wrote an article about her on my website at susanknowles.com. She is standing up for men and saying, feminism was never supposed to be about denigrating and berating men. It was supposed to be about talking about the women and what they were doing and the outstanding women and their attributes, but not going against men. And so then in the 60s with Gloria Steinem, it started right there at becoming about let's down men. And now we want to take men out altogether. Now this is where we find ourselves. And men are going to have to start fighting back. Women are going to have to start fighting back and standing up for the men. Yep, exactly. Arkansas. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. Any gay man will be targeted if they support Trump. That's right. There's a lot of Republicans who are gay Republicans that they get targeted because they support Trump. So I want the Linda Sarsours of the world to stand up for these gay men. All right, so in other news, Harley Davidson's sales plunged about 13%. This is the first time in 8 years that they've had that steep of a plunge. And they contributed to the fact that President Trump supports the boycott against them because of the fact that they want to move some of their production out of the country. So, Harley Davidson, I'm just saying, you might want to rethink your position and bring your production back to the United States. If not, oh well. Hey, O'Neill. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, it should be made in America. If we can make products here, it should be made here. Everything, it's sad when you, like at Walmart, and you get a little flag or the little flags that are handed to you and it says made in China. Come on, how crazy is that? And the American flag is made in China. Yeah, it's an American icon product, and then they want to sell it outside the country, especially Harley. Yeah, I know. And I get it, but listen, the people who buy those Harley Davidsons, they can afford to pay a little bit more. Puts Bikers for Trump in a quandary, doesn't it? Yep, it does, Noel. People buy Harleys because they're made in America. Yes. Yep. So, again, they better give it some thought before, if you want the next quarter profits to be up. I would be out there every day going, you know what? We changed our mind. The president was right. We're on board. We're back in America. We're never leaving again. I would think that their sales would go through the roof. They would go through the roof. All right. So, also talking about Jamal Khashoggi. There are reports now that they found his body parts buried in the consulate garden. Pete, they would. I mean, seriously, all they would have to do is just come out and make one commercial, and it would go viral. White lash, yeah. It would go viral. It really would. So Khashoggi, the Erdogan, is a Turkish leader, Erdogan, says that he still believes that it was a pre-planned attack. And, you have to kind of wonder, because a lot of people are thinking Turkey, they wouldn't put it past Turkey to do something like this, to break up the relationship between the United States and Saudi Arabia. So if Erdogan's lips are moving, he may not be telling the truth, just saying. Now, the King Salman, he's in some meeting right now in Saudi Arabia, I believe. And when he got there, and these other countries are going there, I haven't seen those, Jerry. It's not showing up for me, so I'm not getting the same bots, or at least I'm not seeing them. Basically, when he got there, King Salman got a standing ovation. So, I don't think too many people are concerned about what happened to Jamal Khashoggi. I mean, it's a shame, but as you remember, Khashoggi was he's a Saudi Arabian who spoke out against the Saudi king, which you can't do. And he also wanted Saudi Arabia to quit, having such a great relationship with the United States and with Israel. And so when you do that in Saudi Arabia, your numbers, your days are probably short. They're sending Gina Haspel out. Is attending the financial summit in. Oh, really? Oh, that's right. That's the summit in Riyadh. Yeah, Twitter blocks everyone but these freaking bots. I know. And also they don't block, Farrakhan. So maybe there's some connection there. So anyway, yeah, I don't expect anything to happen to Saudi Arabia. No, Pete, no. I don't expect anything to happen to Saudi Arabia at all. I expect, if anything, it's going to be a little slap on the wrist, and they'll go their own way. The story is very suspect. The story is not something that anybody would believe, but it's not going to be something that I believe, it's not going to interfere with the arms deal that they made, that President Trump made, which is $100 billion to begin with and $350 billion over 10 years. Trump doesn't seem too wound up about it. Nope. Yes, I don't think he'll be involved. I don't think so either. They'll leave it to Saudi Arabia and Turkey. Oh my, Susan can't stand things made in China. Very poor quality, especially shoes made in China. They're horrible on my feet. I now only wear shoes made in Italy, Portugal, or Spain. Well, la-dee-da. No, just kidding. I have no idea where my shoes are made. I honestly don't know. I've never even looked, really. But yeah, that's a good idea, Monique. I'm giving you a hard time, though. So the creepy porn lawyer, Deep State are going after Trump allies now. Any way to take him down, not going to work. Yeah, Noel, they're going to do anything. I don't know. President Trump isn't buying what the Saudi is explaining. He's not buying it, Pat, but he's not going to. He's not going to end that arms deal. There's no way. That's too much money. We've had dealings with Saudi Arabia since like the 1930s. That's not going to end, and we need the Saudis right now. And we need them for a lot of things. And their relationship with Israel, we need them there as well. But we need their intel for Saudi Arabia. We need their oil still. Not as much as we did, but we still need them. We need to fly out of Saudi Arabia at different bases. So that's not going to go away. Everybody's laughing. What was it, fish, that China was stuffing with plastic? Well, look at what they did to the dog food, Jerry, and it killed some dogs. Because of their dog food from China. I look to see where my food for the dogs are made. I won't buy anything that's not made in America. because I don't trust it. I mean, that's sad. And we didn't do anything about that. Nothing happened about that. And it's not going to. The media keeps blocking Trump's punches with their faces. Our money is backed by their oil. That's why we won't do anything. Yeah, Pat? Lynn said, agreed. Yep. So the creepy porn lawyer was ordered by the judge to pay $4.85 million in back pay to an attorney and his former law firm. He personally guaranteed a settlement to that attorney. I don't trust much of anything edible anymore. Buy local. Kelly, if you can grow it yourself, grow it yourself. I grow my own tomatoes, you know, because I can. And I would love to be able to grow everything. You check Sinclair is still alive. Me too. Yeah, I mean, it's California, so I don't have too much space to grow things in or whatever. But, like, we grow our own grapes. We have a lot of grapes, too. They grow well here. I'd love to have, in North Carolina, where I was growing up, we had a garden. We filled it with everything. We had so much food, we had to give it away. I grow 80% of my food. That's great, Pat. Yeah, I mean, it's good when you can do that. And make sure you don't use those, you know, bad seeds that they give you, whatever. Let's see. John Boehner is hosting a marijuana investing seminar. So anybody who wants to catch that, they're launching the National Institute of Cannabis. Boehner used to be opposed to legalizing marijuana until he found out that it was lucrative. And so now he's on board. You know, John Boehner, if you look back, I have an article at SusanKnowles.com. If you put John Boehner in the search bar, you'll find it. But he started out as a blue-collar guy, small-town guy. He did get in trouble with the law before he was 18, I believe. That got dismissed. But he started going downhill when he got involved with the tobacco lobbyists. And as you recall, he used to smoke like a chimney. And so now he's on to marijuana. So I expect him to be using cannabis a lot. And he said that, you know, he started supporting cannabis when he saw friends getting well when they were using it. And there are some benefits to cannabis. What is bad is people who claim to have some type of problem so they can get cannabis. I bet his Christian family, who I am friends with, just love that from Boehner. I know, Robin, not. Yep. So, you know, he'll go to wherever the money is, and that's what he does. That's who John Boehner is. That's who he's been for a long, long time. He sold himself out in Congress years and years and years ago. And I just remember all of the pictures with him and Nancy Pelosi. And, oh, my gosh, they were the best of friends. They were just besties. So that's who he is. Let's see. Anything other important news? Keith Ellison, we talk about that. Some will fall for anything. Yep. David Peel and the Lower East Side Band sang I Like Marijuana in the 60s. Yeah. Ellison now is even more in trouble, going down in his points. Crying John, yeah. Because he has lied about his relationship with Louis Farrakhan. So he is also trying to survive the allegations from his former girlfriend that he physically abused her. And now I guess he was recently at a debate, and he lied about how long he has known Farrakhan. He talked about that relationship broke up in the early 1990s, but there were things in 2006, 2010, 2015 where he was with Ellison. Farrakhan. Yep, so long, Ellison Originals said. Ellison is losing, yes. And hopefully, you know, how can you trust somebody who wants to be attorney general when he can't keep his facts straight, when he lies? Is it Elitz Bum? Elitz Bum? Okay, that name is unusual. So, yeah, I mean, it's crazy, but hopefully this is enough to get him out. He can go to Hellison. Yep, Ellison and Hellison. And, you know, he's not going to be a U.S. rep anymore. He's not going to be an attorney general. I don't know what he's going to do. So we'll see what happens with him. I don't know what Minnesota is going to do without one more Ellison. And Stacey Abrams in Georgia, who wants to be the first female governor, has been caught in 1992. She was burning her state's flag. And of course, she says that was just about racism, and so that's fine. These people are so stupid. Hello, we have video of everything. Yep, he doesn't even have an active law license. Yep, I know. But nobody talks about that. So, again, at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern today, if you go to Facebook, go to God's Views on Political News. That's where I'm going to be doing my show with Bill Cloud. And you can comment and ask questions on that show live. If you can't make the live show, I will post it at SusanKnowles.com a little bit later today. So I will see you guys then. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you so much. If you guys would, please retweet this. Thank you for coming. And I'll be off tomorrow, but I'll be back on Thursday. So take care. God bless. God bless everybody on YouTube. Hope to see you over on Facebook Live at 1 o'clock. Take care.